Hey there, thank you for that thumbs up. Happy Wednesday, how are you? Whoever that is, look, whoever you are, you gave a thumbs up, so I appreciate you, okay? If you drop in the chat, I appreciate it, but if you don't want to, I appreciate it. You gave me a thumbs up. That's two. What's going on? Northwest. Northwest 425. What's going on? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? I hope you've been well. I hope you've been well. I hadn't seen you in a while. Well, yes, I have. Yes, I have. I got a notification. I can't remember the time. It was like a day or two ago. I did. You were walking somewhere. I can't remember. But I did get a recent notification from you. So I hope you're doing well. Hope everybody's doing well on this wonderful Wednesday. This What's Up Wednesday. This What Would You Do Wednesday. While we get this walk in on this beautiful Wednesday, we got a purpose. We're walking with a purpose. We're walking with a purpose. We're walking with many purposes, right? Health, fitness, mental health, overall exercise. Keep the fluids flowing. Keep the fluids flowing. Keep the fluids flowing. Keep those joints active, in motion. In motion. Motion is flotion. All right, motion is flotion. Keep those synovial cavities good on that synovial fluid, so that synovial fluid can lubricate those what? Those joints, so that they bend more fluently, hopefully easily for you. And if not easy, easier. If not easy, easier. Watch the legs move. Look at the legs and feet move as they move and talk to you. Look at the feet and legs move as I talk to you. It's what we've been doing, and slow as it's what we're gonna do. That's what we do over here in Lions Pride. That's what the pride is all about. And we move with a purpose. We move with a purpose. We've done heels. I did heels earlier today. I was gonna do heels every day this week on live, but it just, I can't do it every day. I do heels at least 3 to 4 times a week. I was gonna do heels, like actual heels, every day this week, or at least try for 4 days a week. But my schedule has only allowed me to do it Monday on here. I did it this morning, but I wasn't able to do it until, Monday was the only day so far. So I did it Monday on here. Actually, Monday morning and Monday on here. Tuesday morning, and I was gonna do Wednesday and try to shoot for the rest of the week on here, but I wasn't able to do heels on here today. So we just make sure that we move with a purpose. Your purpose may be this. Just depends on where you are. It depends on your beginning point. I put depends and begin together. Depend. It depends on your beginning point. All right. As with everything when it comes to working out, should depend on where you are, your starting point. Okay. You started a long time ago, then hey, you're more advanced, right? But start where you are start where you are. Listen to how your body feels. Then talk with your primary healthcare provider, your healthcare team, your doctor, your medical doctor, your MD, physician's assistants, your PA, your CRNP, your certified registered nurse practitioner. All right? Had any injuries in the past? Physical therapist, occupational therapist. Listen, your mental, get that in check. Your psychologist, your psychiatrist, okay? Your dietitian, your nutritionist, your specialty doctors. Get with them, listen to them. But before all of that, listen to how your body feels. You have to listen to how your body feels even before you start your exercise, right? When you get it in your mind, in your head, that you want to do that, you have to listen to how your body feels. You want to work your body, don't overexert your body. Work your body, work your body. Don't hurt your body, do anything, things they know they can't do. All four of you, all to tap at you. So don't hurt any part of your body, okay? What would be the point of it all if you're not careful, if you don't know your limits, and when you know your limits, you don't stay within your limits? What's the purpose of it all? You want to improve, expand, open up the limits, right? So if you start out trying to do things, or if you're not starting, but at any point of your journey, start trying to do things that you know you're not there yet, you're opening yourself up for the risk of injury. And thank you guys for those thumbs up. I appreciate you. Thank you to anybody who catches this replay. And anybody who stops by that doesn't say hi. I don't know you're here if you don't at least do 2 seconds and say hi. But you may not have 2 seconds. So I might be a part of your task. You're multitasking. I appreciate you. Subscribers, moderators, content creators, and of course, YouTube. Listen to the birds, y'all. Listen. Listen to them conversing, talking, chirping. Their communication skills are better than humans. Better than humans. Their communication skills are better than humans. Y'all, this guy is walking in the neighborhood. He's trying to sell, hold on a second. Okay, that must be his truck, but I don't know what it is because I wouldn't be walking. I'd be in the truck. But maybe these jobs are something else, y'all. They have all kinds of stuff, trackers and all that stuff. They probably tell them to stop and walk. And maybe it's best for him. Maybe that's how he gets his exercise. I don't know. But he's selling security systems. And, okay, we're going to work these hip flexors. We're going to march in place, helping these hip flexors, these ankles, knees, hip flexors. Pull, 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 pull. And we keep moving. See, we keep moving. We just keep moving. Whether there's traffic, whether there's rain, as you can see, whatever it is, we keep moving. We keep going. We keep pushing. We keep cruising. We keep grooving. We keep striving. We keep reaching. We keep setting. You reach one goal, set another one. Move with a purpose. Move with purpose. Again, your purpose may be like this. That's okay. Your purpose may be like this. And your purpose may be like this, because we got something we got to get done, right? We moving with great purpose. Whatever your purpose is, whatever pace, tone, speed your purpose is, it's yours. Some days our purpose is just to kind of easy breezy walk it like this. Some days we're to go slow like this. Sometimes we incorporate a little jogging for a few seconds. Back to walking. We cannot run. We cannot run with this phone. It will be across the street, in the bushes. So we don't run on live. But we do. You don't need equipment. We do different things, right? Everybody wants to walk and talk. It is a good sign if you can do it comfortably. Comfortably. You will be winded, but you shouldn't be overly winded. Pay attention to yourself. Listen to yourself. Listen to your body. Sometimes we sing and talk over here. Sing, talk, and walk. Oh, we put all three together. But do what works for you. Don't do anything you see me do or hear me say. If you do so at your own risk. We do not professionally, medically, clinically assess, diagnose, treat, or evaluate anyone. We don't provide workout plans, curriculums, routines, or schedules. Go to your healthcare team for that, right? Go to your healthcare team for that. They're your cell, they're your atom, and you are the what? Nucleus, the most important part of the team, right? The center. You're the headquarters, right? And actually, your healthcare team is the headquarters, right? You are the target that they're trying to get in a better place, get you in better shape, do the things for you that are meant for you to thrive. So your healthcare team is actually the headquarters, and you're the target. You're the target. You, yourself, you're the nucleus of that cell. Remember that. You're your biggest advocate. You are your biggest advocate. Always, always, always speak with them, talk with them, let them know how you feel. Listen to how your body feels, and let your healthcare team know how your body feels. Okay? Sometimes we have to eat M&Ms, right? Everybody loves a few M&Ms, right? Over here in Lion's Pride, y'all know what M&Ms are. Moderation, modification. Sometimes you have to sometimes you have to modify your diet, your exercise habit, your medication, if you're on medications. So sometimes you have to modify. If it's not working one way, change it for a way that works for you. You want to work your body, make sure you don't hurt your body. Certain stretches may be too much for you. Modify those stretches or do different stretches. Moderation. We think of that as in what we eat a lot, right? Well, when you're exercising, depending on where you are in your journey, sometimes you have to do that in moderation as well. I don't know a healthcare provider that doesn't want you to move, but we have to be cautious. We have to move cautiously. Right? Think about our health and our fitness level at that current time, right? So instead of doing 3 sets of 12 reps in each set, maybe you do 2 sets of 8. And then you start to progress and you start to do more. The more you do, the better you'll feel. And maybe you don't need to do, maybe what you're doing is sufficient, okay? Sometimes we get to a point where we can only do so much, and that is okay. The key to that is continuing to do what you can do. Continuing to do what you can do. When you get to a point where you hit a plateau, as far as your intensity or your gains, your goals, and all that, you're not gaining anymore. Seems like you've reached certain goals, or it seems like it's hard for you to reach certain goals. You've hit a plateau. So what you do is you do something different. There's so much more you can do for your cardiovascular aerobic fitness besides walking. You can run, jog, skip, hop, go hiking, right? Mountain climbing. Not only aerobic activity, but anaerobic activities as well are very helpful for your body, are very much needed. Ride your bicycle in your neighborhood, up and down your street. If you don't want to ride around the block, up and down the street, get on your stationary bike, your elliptical, your treadmill, your mini stepper, your walking pad. Look at that rabbit right there. Y'all see that rabbit? He's not gonna let me get close. He ran, he's hopped off already. I said ran. We don't see them often, but we often do. Sometimes we see rabbits. We used to see them more. He hopped off. Look at him. He hopped all the way back there. I don't like to show people's houses. I'm not gonna show somebody's house, but so I can't show him to you. But he was near the street and he hopped off to the side of the house. He hopped off to the side of the house. So here's a little brown bunny. He hopped. Maybe he heard me coming. He hopped to the side of the house. So, yes, do what you can do. You know, always do what you can do. And again, always talk to your healthcare provider, your healthcare team before starting, restarting, changing, or ending any exercise plan, routine, workout, or schedule that you have. Even if you want to change the schedule. Now, if you just want to go from day to night or night to mornings, nights to evenings, evenings to days, of course, you can make that change on your own. But if you're feeling like you want to go from 5 days to 2, I would even talk with the healthcare provider about that. I don't know. That's good, especially if you are working to build muscle. Once you've accomplished your goal, maybe you only need to do 2 days, but I'm mostly talking about with cardio. Since it's okay to do cardio for many individuals, generally speaking, every day, if you decide to go from 5 days to 2, I think you should talk with your healthcare provider about that. He's probably good with it. Then again, he may be like, why? Is there something bothering you? Does it not feel good? Is there something going on that you guys need to discuss? Why do you want to drop to 2 days? It could be something as simple as your work schedule. You can feel like you've reached your goals, you've lost the weight you wanted to lose, or you're feeling the way you want to feel. So you may feel like just 2 days a week for maintenance is good. So just let him know. Let him know and see what he or she has to say. We got 10 more minutes. We've got 10 more minutes because we're keeping this walk and talk today to 30 minutes. Non-stop. Non-stop motion in the ocean. Non-stop motion in the ocean. I don't know why I do like an hour or more in the evenings anyway. I've already gotten my steps done before I come on here. But what it is that it feels good, okay? So it's not about the number of steps. It's about how you feel. How you feel. A lot of times people are more focused on things that it's not really about. It's about how you feel, right? Because if you do 20,000 steps, but you feel exhausted as all get out, as heck, like overly exhausted, you're supposed to be tired when you're done working out. But within a few minutes, you should start to feel energized. But if you're feeling overly tired, maybe you're trying to do a little bit too much, especially for your level at the time. So don't overextend yourself. When you tend to overextend yourself, you get discouraged. You want to remain encouraged. You want to remain encouraged. One foot in front of the other, one step at a time. We move with a purpose. With a purpose. Boom, boom. Mm-mm. Hit those heels and toes and toes. 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 Move. Keep moving. Keep moving. Be consistent and be persistent about being consistent. And do what works for you. Remember, we drop nuggets over here in Lions Pride. Sometimes you guys in the chat, you drop nuggets. But if there's ever anything over here that you hear, always look it up, whether you question it or not. Information changes. If there's something that you hear over here that you don't like to hear, why are you here? Information changes. So always do your research and always use reputable sources. The library is a great source. And I harp on the library because not only can you get your information regarding your physical health and fitness from there, but hopefully you'll read more. Hopefully you'll read more. Working on that brain health. Working on that brain health. Working on the mind. Working on that brain health. Working on your mind. So we heel toe. We walk. We walk over here. Move. Walk. Move your body. Move those arms. Move those shoulders. Move that head. Okay? Move that head. Practice deep breathing. Practice deep breathing. Practice diaphragmatic breathing. Diaphragmatic breathing. Practice diaphragmatic breathing. Okay? Breathe from that belly. Deep breaths in and out. In and out. Deep breathing is a part of your exercising, right? Look, learning how to breathe in order to release more stress and tension is one of the best things we can do. It's one of the best things we can do. It's on my community post or my post. You know, they don't call it community wall anymore, but I guess it's still basically a community wall, right? You're posting on it. They just say post now. I think for a while, some people still had community, some people had posts. I think we all have posts now. So always check out the posts for a Lions Fitness Nugget. For a Lions Fitness Nugget. Listen at the birds, y'all. Listen to the birds. Some of these trees look just like they're on a pride. Some of these trees in the yards, they look picture perfect for like scenes from a safari. Scenes from a safari. No wonder some of those squirrels run up them so quickly. It's like nothing to them. They're short, but they expand out. And they're beautiful trees. They're beautiful trees. So look at the legs move. Watch the legs move. Hopefully you are encouraged to get up and move or do whatever it is for your body that you do to keep it moving. Keep you moving. Keep those joints lubricated with that what? Synovial fluid. That who creates? Your synovial cavities create. Your synovial cavities created. I know, he a big one. I know. Your heart is the most important muscle in your body. It is a pump. Helps to pump that blood throughout your circulatory system, feeding your cells the nutrients that they need, helping to push that lymph through your lymphatic system, helping to keep that immune system in check. Okay? So take you some deep breaths in and out. In and out. Do it first thing in the morning. Do it before you go to bed and throughout the day. Take 2 to 3 times out of during the day to do you 3 to 5 deep breaths in and out. In and out. Just take you some deep breaths in and out. In and out. Use that belly. Pull from deep, deep. Don't use your chest. Use that belly. Deep breath in. Inhale. Pull in that oxygen and exhale. Now, breathing in through your nose is best and out through your mouth. Your nose has filters, right? It's going to filter out some of that stuff from the environment. But when you're exercising, especially when you're exercising intensely, if you need to breathe through your nose and your mouth, that is just fine. That's just fine. That is just fine. Especially with intense workouts. Got this little light heel. Push, pull, push, pull, push, pull. It's getting dark, but it does that almost every day on us, right? We do dark, we do day. We just want the sun to hide in the clouds while we're out here, right? So we do rain, we do cloudy, we do sleet, we do ice, we do whatever it is, we do it. Unless it's just very, very inclement weather, we don't do that. We don't do inclement weather. And inclement even meaning over 100 degrees. Okay? Inclement isn't just a snowstorm or a bad thunderstorm or tornado or hurricane. Inclement means heat, you all, heat. So make sure that you are protecting yourselves. Wear wide hats, wear shades, use an umbrella if you need to. Okay? Use an umbrella. That's what they did back in the day. We laughed at what people did back in the day. And you know, they say when you learn, as you grow and as time changes and progresses, we learn more. But sometimes some of the best things to know are the things from back in the day. And you can continue to do those things today with great results. So use an umbrella. Even if you just have a baseball cap. You know, protect your face as much as you can. Sunscreen. Use the safer options. the ones with the minerals. You know, they may leave a residue, but I don't know. I think now you maybe can find some with mineral that don't leave a residue. I'm not quite sure. I think I've seen that. And remember, sweating is fine. It's your body's natural way of cooling itself down. It's saying, hey, your temperature is up. So we're going to sweat to help cool you down. It doesn't mean you're burning a certain number of calories. It's easy to feel that way, and you will be, as long as your intensity is what it needs to be in order to burn the calories. You can sit on the porch. If it's 80 degrees outside, excuse me, y'all. If it's 80 degrees outside, you're sitting on the porch, you're gonna sweat. Sitting right there in the chairs, being still. So don't focus on the sweat. Focus on your intensity. You're gonna sweat anyway. It's the body's natural reaction to cooling itself down. Some people sweat more than others. Regardless of the activity. 32 minutes. That's it. And it's almost dark. Like, it's what they call first dark. Really a little bit darker than that. It's really a little bit darker than that. Right? So you guys know what it is. Remember the R words. R is a very important letter over here. Right? Relax, relate to what you can, resolve what you can, relinquish things that you don't need. Remember who you are. Remember who you want to be. All right? Remember who you desire to be. Right? Things that hurt you or harmed you, remember those things, but don't let them overtake you. A lot of people don't like to get help, the mental help that they need to deal with certain situations and certain issues. And some people learn to deal with them on their own. Some people need help. If you need help, don't be ashamed. Don't be afraid. Because it won't change what happened. If someone did it to you, their apologies won't change it. You may feel a little bit better knowing that they're remorseful, but it won't change what they did. If you did something that bothers you, you can't change it now, you've done it. So learn how to adequately cope with it and suppress it. So suppressing something isn't always a bad thing. It's only bad if you haven't learned to deal with it. Because if you haven't learned to deal with it, at any given moment, it can wreak havoc on your mind. But it's because you just keep suppressing it without dealing with it. But if you learn to deal with it, right, properly, adequately, then hey, Tashana, how you doing, beautiful lady? Thank you for stopping here saying hello. Thank you for the thumbs up. See, when things happen to us at the hand of other people, or they just happen, or if we're upset with the things that we have done, like we're ashamed. I know everybody has done at least one thing in life that they're ashamed of. I'm not talking about the little stuff. I'm talking about, it may not be huge, but it's enough to make you, when you think about it from time to time, it makes you wish you hadn't have done it, right? Listen, deal with those things as best you can. You can do it on your own. You can do it with a friend, a family member, and you may have to get specialized help, professional help. That's okay. But you learn to deal with it, and you learn to put it in its place, because we can't change those things. Any of those three things I said, whether someone did it to you, whether it just happened, or whether you did it to somebody. And you don't want to suppress them without dealing with them. But it's okay to suppress them once you've learned to deal with them. Because what that means is once they come up and they make you feel uncomfortable, or you think about that thing you did that you wish you hadn't done, you may not be ashamed because maybe nobody knows it, but you know it. So you do have some self-shame. Other people may know it. It may be something that somebody did to you and you're having a hard time getting over it. Or something that just happened. Something that just happened. So don't be ashamed to get professional help. If a friend or family is enough, if you find ways on your own to deal with it, that's good. But if you need professional help to deal with things, thank you, Tashana. Not dealing with emotions can harm you, definitely. Stress level, through the roof. Anxiety level, through the roof. Causing many things like anxiety, depression, mood swings, personality changes. You know, hey, Georgia girl, welcome in, girl. How you done with your life? So when you go through things, like again, whether someone did something to you, or whether it was something that just happened, or if it was something that you did that you wish you hadn't done, we're all human. We've all done something. I think in life, as newborns and little kids, maybe not, no. But by the time you're probably a teenager, or at least a young adult, definitely by the time you get in your 30s, there's probably something that you did that you wish you had not have done, that you wish you could take back, that you probably apologize, especially if you did it to someone else, or if it was something that you did that had a bad impact on you, like making that decision to have relations with somebody that was your friend's somebody. You know, just something like that. Some things that you just wish you hadn't have done. Maybe it was something like that that happened to you. Maybe it was something that you just couldn't control. Maybe nobody did it. Maybe something just happened. See, we have to learn how to, it's not good to suppress those things. Like Tashana said, they cause harm. They cause mental harm, they cause physical harm. Now, of course, when they first happen, we have a time, y'all, dealing with some of the things that we go through, right? But learn to deal with those things on your own. Learn to get a close friend that you can confide in and trust. And these days, that's hard. That's hard. Or a close family member. And they're hard to trust sometimes. Or go to a professional. There's nothing wrong with going to a professional. Okay? Like I told y'all the story of, I had a friend. We weren't really friends. We were kind of like associates. We worked together for a little while on a contract. And she wanted to go and talk to someone at a mental facility. Well, when she walked in, first person sitting at the desk was somebody she went to high school with. So you know, she turned right back around. She asked for directions. You know, she asked for directions. And you can't really blame her, because some people are so nosy. Some people feel like they have to know every aspect of your life. And you know, there are things such as HIPAA violations that some people still break anyway, because in their minds, they feel like, how are they going to prove it? Keep playing with people when it comes to HIPAA, okay? Keep playing. My thing when it comes to stuff like that is, you don't want to be the one that shows the world that you can be sued. You don't want to be the one that shows the community. If you tell folks information, you can be sued. Okay, HIPAA. Okay, HIPAA. And if you know about it, you know that it was started because of a famous person, right? Back in 1992, what happened to Magic Johnson? What happened to Magic Johnson? Hey, Chef Fine this wine. Hey, my bro. Thank y'all for speaking to my brother. I didn't see him come in. I'm busy running my mouth. So Georgia girl came in here to Shauna. Chef Fine this wine. How y'all doing? Come on, Tashana. HIPAA. Okay? HIPAA. Yeah, a lot of people think it's not real. And a lot of people think that it does not apply to them because they don't work in a medical setting. Let me tell you something. HIPAA happened because of a janitor. Okay? Now, yes, he did work in a medical setting. But let me tell you something else. Y'all notice that sometimes when a person goes to court on a criminal case, right? And they beat the case, or they get off, or if they're found innocent. What has become a big thing now? Civil lawsuits. Civil lawsuits. And civil lawsuits are much easier to get somebody on sometimes than a criminal case. So I hear so many people online. You know, there's always these self-proclaimed doctors, lawyers, reporters, mechanics, all kinds of stuff, right? Now I do watch some mechanics, y'all. They're certified. I love them. okay? Because I love watching stuff about cars. But they will tell you, oh, you can't do this and you can't. When was the last time you studied for your bar exam? Tell me what you know about Brown versus the Board of Education. Tell me what you know. Some people just think they can tell you what won't happen. And some people will take an example that they do know about, like somebody else's case. Like everybody loves to refer to Cardi B and Tasha. But they don't refer the right way. They say, I mean, sometimes I be like wanting to knock. Do y'all know that Cardi won that case? I'm just trying to figure out, do y'all know that she did win, right? And so, no, people who you know in real life may not be that big of a celebrity. But it shouldn't have taken all that for Tasha to stop, whether it was true or not. Sometimes people will look at somebody else's situation and say, well, hey, my situation ain't that bad. And then they'll just jump on it and just beat it and beat it and beat it. Listen, when it comes to people's, and I got to that by getting to this. If you do need to talk, you need mental help. Talk to someone. If you can't talk to someone in your area because you're afraid of the embarrassment or someone breaking HIPAA violations, create having a HIPAA violation against you because they tell your stuff, go to the next town over. And it may even still be hard then to get to see someone that doesn't know you, right? Because I know most of y'all, like many of us, we live in areas where sometimes we go over to the next town to shop or whatever, have fun, just to get away. Y'all better stop letting the fact that you don't work in a healthcare facility fool you into thinking you don't have to worry about HIPAA. And I'm going to truth be told, you really don't. If you don't work in a healthcare setting or if you don't have a contract with, you don't have to work there. You can have a contract with, you could be a vendor. You could be dropping off snacks in the vending machine. And you happen to talk to one of the nurses and she breaks HIPAA by getting up to going to get some pictures to show you from her vacation. You happen to see the monitor and you see something about someone that you go to church with, that you work with. She's violated HIPAA. You violated HIPAA. Guess what? You don't work there. You're the vending machine guy. But you have a contract with them, okay? So vending machine guy, knock. You have violated HIPAA. First of all, you violated by reading. She violated by leaving it open for you to read. You violated by reading it. And if you go out into the community and spread it, you have violated that patient's HIPAA, okay? That bar exam ain't no joke, Chef. And that's why it's so funny when I hear so many people online, on all social media platforms, talking about who will win a case, who can't win a case. Now, truth be told, at the end of the day, when parties are in a suit, one is going to lose, one is going to win. So somebody is going to be right. But their logic and their theory behind it, and even when their theory is right, a lot of times their logic isn't right. Because see, some people use their logic to justify the bad that they do. And I'd be like, knock. Did you not see Cardi B and Tasha? Yes, they have way more money than a lot of people online. But the precedence is set. That's what's key. Precedence. Setting standards. So, why would you want to risk that? If it's a rumor and it's out there and you had nothing to do with it, okay, fine. Just hope that you aren't the one that person decides to say started that rumor. Because you may not be violating HIPAA, but civil cases are a lot easier to prove than criminal cases when it comes to stuff like that. Even if it's true. See, a lot of people like to say, well, it's not slander if it's not true. Okay. But when you better hope that the judge that they pick or the jury that they pick for that civil case agrees with you. Why take that 50-50 chance? So it's so funny to me when I hear people who haven't passed one bar exam saying who's not gonna win and who's gonna lose because of another case that they saw. Now, I'm not saying that everybody who brings a case against somebody is going to win because of Cardi B and Tasha. But what I'm saying is that is enough to me to make me open my eyes and pay attention. It's like a coin toss. With the civil cases, you got a much better chance. And even if that person didn't violate HIPAA, civil cases are filed every day. Matter of fact, a lot of places are trying to, temper those down, kind of, because rumors are rumors, and people and things get out. But you never know what a person has on you until you get to court. Okay, so just be mindful. Just be mindful. And that's why I tell you guys over here every day when we're talking about health and fitness, I don't diagnose, I don't assess, I don't diagnose, I don't treat, and I don't come back and follow up and evaluate you. I just drop nuggets, tell you about the things that I know at the current time, and sometimes those things change. Sometimes those things change. That's why we have to get education every couple of years, because things change. Hey, Azrael. Joyelle was in here yesterday, Azrael. Thank you for the hearts, y'all. My line's probably just clocking out. I'm trying to read some of the comments now. Let's see. You just clocking out, bro. I saw Georgia Girl up in here. Thank you for speaking to Georgia Girl, Tashana. Tashana, yep. Come on, Tashana. That janitor told about it. That is where HIPAA started. Tashana says, I'm a phlebotomist and medical laboratory tech. Come on, Tashana. And there's some stuff even when you don't try to, even when it's not intentional, sometimes HIPAA laws are violated unintentionally. But if it's found out that you violated it, you could be anywhere from fined, depending on your title, depending on the facility. The fines are in increments, and they're based on the seriousness of the violation. You can be fined or jailed. Okay? So if you don't work for a place and you went to see your friend that's about to get out in a day or two, and you happen to see a nurse you happen to see a nurse that you know, she gets up, like the same example, to go get some pictures to show you from her vacation. She breaks HIPAA by forgetting to shut the computer down or turn it away from you. You read it. Well, you don't work there, and you're not a contractor like the vending machine guy. But if you go out, do you really want to risk going out, telling somebody's business? Because first of all, you probably say, if she comes out and says, what are you doing? You're not supposed to read that. And you'll be like, oh, I'm not going to tell. Yes, the hell you will. Because if you wasn't going to tell, you wouldn't have even read it in the first place. When you saw her leave it open, you wouldn't have read it. It's just as sure, and I'm going to say like my grandmama now, just as sure as you read it, you going to speak it. Just as sure as you read it, you're going to speak it. And then that's going to be out. All right? And if that nurse who left it open, if you go out and do that, of course, she may not say nothing because she shouldn't have left it open. But if she has any type of integrity, you got to bank on her not having integrity. If she has any type of integrity, if she gets called as a witness, she's going to say she violated unintentionally. She know that you read it. And apparently, that's going to work against you. That's going to work against you. So don't always worry about what happened in these big cases. But it's just still funny to me how with Tasha and Cardi B won. And you got people around here thinking they still can just do whatever. Oh, she got money. Somebody tried to do that I talked to or whatever, they ain't got the kind of money. Okay, you don't have to. You don't have to have a lot of money. Civil cases are something else now. Do y'all know people who have been their wages garnished? It's not just for bills. You get out here and mess with somebody and they get a civil case against you and the ruling is in their favor, those wages can be garnished. Why you think Tasha was moving that stuff? Those wages can be garnished. So just be careful, y'all. Just be careful. Azrael says, I want to eat first. Azrael. Chucker's wife putting up those hundreds. I'm about to get out of here, y'all. It's almost been an hour. Y'all know what time it is. Don't let bother people bother you. Don't let stress people stress you out. And we're all human, so we're all going to do some things that we shouldn't do. Some things that we regret. And that's how I got on that. When things happen that you can't change, but they bother you, don't suppress it. Try to find a way to deal with it. And once you have learned good ways to cope with it, to deal with it, when it rises up in you sometimes, because like I said, we can't erase it. You can't change it. So when it comes back up in your mind and starts to bother you, use some of those good coping mechanisms to suppress it. It's okay to suppress something if you've adequately dealt with it and know how to suppress it the right way. Okay? Because you don't want it bothering you all the time. And when it does bother you, make sure that you found a good way, okay, a therapeutic way to deal with it. Suppress it in a therapeutic way. Azra, I did a Michael Jackson short today. I wasn't singing Michael Jackson, okay? But I don't know if you'll be able to see it because it's restricted. They say it copyright. I don't know. Like, it didn't bother the channel or anything, but you know how sometimes certain songs can't be played in certain countries, certain regions, certain areas? Azra said he gotta eat. Okay, Azra. So y'all know how sometimes you can't play certain songs. So I guess Michael Jackson's song can't be played in certain areas. And it wasn't him. So it's really somebody else that put it on the table, I guess. But it's there as an option to use it. It's there as an option to use it. So it's just limited. It's restricted in certain areas, Azra. So you may see it, you may not. I hope you get to see it. So look at the last move. I don't motivate anybody. That's not my goal. That's not my mission. My mission is to, once you've motivated yourself or someone who truly knows you has motivated you to do something, I want to encourage you to continue to do it, especially if it's beneficial for your health and fitness, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. All right? I've already told y'all, don't let bothered people bother you. Don't let stressed people stress you out. If you find yourself in a misery lounge, grab your grip and go. Get up out of there when those wolves start to unzip those sheep's clothing. Get up out of there. Protect your peace. Protect your peace. Go back to your lounge, okay? Where you can have a nice equilibrium. Go back to your lounge where you can have a nice equilibrium. Go back to your lounge where you can have a nice equilibrium. You can keep things as equal as possible, okay? Keep things in check. Keep things in order as much as you possibly can. Because the best place to do that is your own ecosystem. You can't do it in anybody else's. Your own home, your own platform, your own social media, your channel, page, whatever type of platform it is, right? So I already told you guys some of the R words. We're going to talk about self-motivation, self-love, self-dedication, self-commitment, self-respect, okay, self-improvement, self-engagement. Self-engagement is a thing. Self-engagement, right? Self-esteem, work on it. If you feel like your self-esteem is good, good. Do the things that you need to do to keep it good, okay? So I thank you guys for coming in. Thank you, my brother, Chef Finest Wine. Thank you, Azra. Thank you, Tashana, Georgia Girl. Who else? Did I say Azra? I think I did. Okay. Oh, Northwest. Northwest was in here first. Y'all, these insects starting to fly. They starting to act a fool. So we're about to get in the house, okay? And I will see you guys, if this is Lord's will, on the next Let's Walk and Talk original in Lion's Pride. Bye, y'all.